So lads, last video of the day right here, and we're going to be talking about Caitlin Clark. Shock to everyone on this channel that we're going to be talking about some Caitlin Clark news. But anyway, today we're going to be talking a little bit about something that I think is kind of cool, a little bit of a full circle moment, and it's going to be fun for viewers because obviously we've seen the Bird and Taurasi show. We've seen that type of stuff. We have seen like Sue Bird, Dana Taurasi running their own thing. And I watched it during the Final Fours. Basically, the feed of the Final Four that I got was Bird Taurasi show. That was kind of the feed that I had gotten. And it was what I felt, it was actually pretty decent commentary. Like, it genuinely just felt like a watch party, which is something that I kind of strive to do throughout the season, like whether it be the watch parties on my channel or there is something that I'm hopefully getting in the work. Something I'm trying to get in the works right now, like something that could be big and kind of change the way we do everything. But let's not speak about that. Either way, the watch parties my channel, where it's like when you're watching that, and it was like especially Taurasi. Taurasi just says whatever the hell comes into her head. Like Taurasi's literally just there, like watching the South Carolina Texas game. It's like first to 50 wins. First to 50 wins. I wish I had watched that feed during the freaking UConn game, but I mean, I just watched it today and watched on treble speed, so I kind of knew what was going on. But for the finals, let's take a listen to what they say.
Guys, we're going to come back on Sunday. We're here for the final. We've got Caitlin Clark joining the show. This will be Caitlin's second time.
Yeah.
So it'll be nice to have her back as a pro. She was a college kid.
She was a college kid.
College kid back then. So
Not
now
anymore.
we got to get professional.
Caitlin's grown.
Caitlin has grown.
Boy, Caitlin's amazing.
Yeah, Caitlin has grown. So we're excited for that.
Sorry, I muted my mic there. I genuinely do not know. Apologies, I had to kind of hear what was going on. I don't know if Taurasi, when she was saying like Caitlin was amazing, if she was saying that from a sarcastic point of view because she knows if she says anything else, Caitlin Clark fans are going to attack her, or if she actually thinks that. Probably a bit of both. Probably a bit of both. Like, you could tell after that first game when Caitlin was one rebound off a triple-double against Taurasi in the first game, like, because you've always heard stories about every rookie, every top player. There are, like, welcome to WNBA stories about something Diana Taurasi said or did to them. And with Caitlin Clark, like, Caitlin Clark not only showed up to Phoenix, she showed up to Phoenix, brought the fans with her. The fans were cheering for her. She nearly had a triple-double, and they made a huge comeback off the back of her to change the tempo of the game, where it's like, we all know game respects game. In most situations, game respects game. And from Taurasi, who is like, Taurasi is kind of like almost like the last of a dying breed in terms of like just their mentality. And like as good as other players are, the only, in terms of female basketball player, in my memory that I can remember that has a mentality that's similar to Caitlin Clark is like a Taurasi. In terms like, they have that Kobe Mamba mentality. In the NBA, I'm trying to think is like, it's hard to find an NBA player with that type of mentality right now. Like, they're wearing them in the past. Jordan obviously was, Kobe was, but it's hard to find like a real top player with that mentality. There's definitely dudes that have that mentality, just aren't at that top level. Like, you can't tell me that Cam Thomas does not have the Mamba mentality, he just doesn't have the ability. But yeah, so obviously, what does this make the older Paige? Paige was on this show. Paige was on this show too. We can be honest. Paige was on this show too when Caitlin Clark was playing, and Paige, it was on their show when Paige was basically saying you can't guard Caitlin. It's like, well, you either have to make her score or pass. You can't let her do both. She's gonna do one or the other. Caitlin gained her respect. Of course, Caitlin gained Paige or Taurasi's respect. Like, and it was always the funny one when we're talking about Caitlin Clark and Taurasi, because when Caitlin Clark was coming through, everything was, oh, she's like a mixture between her and Sue Bird. And then when it's looking like Caitlin's going to the WNBA, then it's like, you know, reality's coming. She's got to show it. When it's like just hyping a college, it's very different hyping a college player versus hyping a WNBA player. And I mean, I genuinely think it just took that one game before. And that was a game near enough to the All-Star break. And I really liked what the Phoenix Mercury did, just everything around last season. I really liked the Phoenix Mercury. I like that organization. I like the players, because you could tell that from the most part, it's about ball. It's about ball. It's about what's good for ball. And even with their owner, like, as much as Matt Ishbia is a pathetic NBA owner, the one thing you can never question is he's not cheap, and he wants to win, and he loves the sport of basketball. Like, that's the one thing you can never question about Matt HBA. Is he smart? No. When it comes to basketball, no. But you can tell that he loves the sport of basketball. And you could tell that he was probably the owner that said he would trade his entire team for Caitlin Clark, and that he's making sure as hell, like, you know, I want people to see my team. If it means pushing a superstar player on another team, great. And also, let's be real, there's a possibility Caitlin Clark doesn't stay in Indiana her whole career. Why not be the one franchise that really embraced her, that has all the state-of-the-art facilities, that is in Arizona? I don't know where Arizona is, but all I know is it's not LA. It's not New York. It's not one of those major cities that I don't think Caitlin's that fussed on being in. And yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. I actually can't wait to watch it, because I don't know how long she'll be on it, but I did enjoy watching it during the Texas South Carolina game, especially because I have to say about both of those teams, they play puke basketball, and you can play puke basketball and still be good, and like, that's not a knock on those teams, like, in a way, like, it's completely fine, because at the end of the day, the purpose of basketball is to win. When you are on that court, the purpose is to win. But as a fan, all I care about is enjoying watching basketball, and they play puke basketball. Am I telling either of those teams to stop playing puke basketball? Of course not. Of course not. You do whatever it takes to win. A lot of teams need puke basketball to win. And then a lot of teams try to play attractive ball in every sport. They try to play attractive of the sport, and they end up losing. It's better as a coach, as a GM, it's better as a coach anyway to win ugly than to lose attractively. But they still made it entertaining, and I have to say, like, it could be funny with Caitlin Clark, because I would say, I would love, I would absolutely love Caitlin Clark to use some sort of a phrase like reality is coming. Like, I could just imagine just her as a joke. It's not even just like that. If she just said something along the lines of, I mean, has the reality come of you retiring? Or has the reality sunk in? Just use the word reality towards Diana Taurasi, please. In a joking manner. Diana Taurasi will take this joke. That would be absolutely hilarious. And Caitlin Clark and Diana... Caitlin Clark's the type of person that would say some joke like that, to be honest. Like, she is, like, deceptively funny. And in fairness, Taurasi is too. Sue Bird... I don't even mind listening to Sue Bird, but Taurasi is deceptively funny. Taurasi is just female Kobe. She is a female reincarnation of Kobe Bryant. It's hilarious. But anyway, yeah, that is the video. It should be a really fun one for the final tomorrow. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm going to be live for the final. It will be on YouTube, exclusively on YouTube. And yeah, that is pretty much it, lads. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And I don't know if I'm going to have a video up before that tomorrow, because I'm getting home from this trip I'm currently on, and I am sleeping. And whenever I wake up, but it'll be before that game. But anyway, that's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe.